5 things I look out for before purchasing any stock or before buying any stock or buying a share of a company, right? Days ago, I hosted a free session with my Telegram community, and a question came up. What are those things that you look out for before buying a stock? So I'm here to tell you the things I look out for. I'm going to give you 5 of those things I look out for. Those are the important things that you need to note. They are the bedrock of purchasing stock. Number one thing I look out for is the business itself, the company I want to buy into, right? The first thing I want to ask myself is, what is this company into? What do they do? How do they make money? What is the sustenance of this company? What is the sustenance of this business itself? How can we put together their earning pattern, um, their income flow, and also, are they a high demand company? Let me give you an example. Say, for example, you want to buy into Dangote Cement, right? What do I want to ask myself? Who is Dangote Cement? What is Dangote Cement? The business itself, who are they? What do they do? What are the services or products that they make or they render? Now, the next thing I want to ask myself is, are those services high demand? Is the demand for those services high? What are the reviews? What are the feedbacks from people that have used these services and products? What is their present economical data, their financial statistics, their present stand in the economy? And in what way will a failing or a rising economy affect this company? You see, this is just one question. I have broken down that one question. What is the business all about? These are the breakdowns. So by the time I have been able to answer this question, I'll be like, for example, again, still using Dangote Cement. You understand, okay, this is Dangote Cement. Dangote is a notable figure in the society, in Nigeria, in Africa, international. You understand that what cement does in the economy is very much important, because now real estate is the next gold. People are building and building and building and building. The next thing you understand that Dangote is one of the most respected cement brand. Now you're looking at it like, okay, give or take. If the economy is failing or rising, cement will always be in high demand. So the business itself is very important to do your research. The second thing I look out for is their revenue and profit over time, their growth over time. So in the session, when I had my session on Telegram with my community, by the way, if you want to be part of a session, if you want to book a class, or if you want to be part of the classes, you can join my Telegram community. The link is somewhere on the screen, and it's also available in bio on Instagram pages and TikTok. That's on socials at the Good and Luck. You see the link in bio. You manually type it into your browser, right? You join the community. You can also send me a message and register for classes. The slots are limited. I only take 10 people per slot, just 10, because we're not trying to throw in random knowledge. I'm trying to build a community of knowledgeable stocks traders, right? So send a DM if you would like to be part of my executive classes, right? So now you want to ask yourself, during the session, during Telegram session, I mentioned to them that if I cannot see a reasonable growth pattern in a company, I'm not interested. I'm not getting it. I'm not taking it, right? So now I'm not invested in it. Now, the reason being that you cannot tell me that a company started out at 2 naira, for example, and 5 years later, they're at 4 naira. That's progress, but that's not progress for me. I don't want to be growing 2 naira I don't want to be going by 2 in 4, 5 years. The company should be able to gravitate positively towards profit within a year. You're doing from, say, for example, Boa Foods. Boa Foods did over 100, what was I saying, over 1,000% last year, 2025. I think from 60 naira range to 600 naira range. That's what we're talking about. That's the kind of company I want to study and understand how they actually make this profit and what facilitates that profit making. So when the growth pattern is sure, or when the growth pattern is readable, realistic, and progressive, I want to be there. That's the second thing I look out for. The third thing I look out for is the industrial sector in which the company is situated. Say, for example, this product that this company is providing, in what industry or what sector is this company providing this service or product? Again, permit me to use Dangote Cement. I love Dangote so much. I love Tony Elumelu. I love these great men. I love, if I start listening to people I love in this business sector, it's gonna just blow your mind. So, in what sector is Dangote Cement founded? Real estate. Whether you like it or not, cement very much important in building of any estate, any house, any structure, store, institution, anything at all. Now look at it again. Let's use GTCO, let's use UBA. In what sector is UBA by Tony Elumelu founded? What sector is GTCO founded? In the banking sector. Will you deposit money? Yes. Will you withdraw money? Yes. Will you transfer money to somebody? Yes. Will you use money? Yes. Will you spend money? Yes. Money, money, money every time, all day, all year. So yes, that's the right sector to be in, the banking sector. So what do you do? Very much interested. I think I want my money flowing. I think I need to put my money there. I need to buy shares in this particular company. They deal with something that's evergreen. So I'm there. You understand? So where I'm driving to is you don't just hear somebody say, oh, the next big thing is, say for example, someone tells you, oh, the next big thing is so, 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 and so. I'll be like, okay, I'll put my money because somebody said it. Or one of your favorites, maybe a celebrity or influencer or a random person that's not a proper stock analyst says, oh, this is it, this is that, and you delve into it, you're making a big mistake. Another thing is you don't just because somebody posted on the Instagram, oh, I just bought so and so amount of shares. I bought 1 million shares of this. And then you go and buy it because the person bought it. This is how the market works. I might tell you I bought 1 million shares of something right now. Meanwhile, I might have bought it like 3, 5 days ago, and price has moved from that point it is. So what are you telling me? Pay attention to these things for yourself, make your deep research, and make your own personal decision. And if again you cannot make this decision, you've not gotten to the point where you're comfortable, confident yourself, you should be in my community. You should join my community and be part of a growing, profitable community. And we currently have a 365 days challenge ongoing for 2026, meaning for every day in 2026, we are buying stocks. At the end of the year, we are going to open our portfolio and marvel at the robust growth that we would have, right? So let me move on to the fourth and then finally the fifth. Now, the fourth reason, and that is management and leadership. As random as that sounds, is very much important. The moment you buy shares in a company, you become a staff of that company. I'm not saying a working staff. I'm not saying that kind of staff, but you become very concerned about the affairs and the decision making and the leadership pattern of that company. You cannot say, oh, I've bought stocks till 5 years' time, I'll check it. No. You follow up on the ongoings and activities of that company because if they fall, you fall. If they rise, you rise, or at least the amount of shares you buy rise or falls. So you want to understand their leadership and management pattern before you get into the game. And this is why. Because if their leadership and management pattern is not intact, it's going to affect their value in both their industry, their sector, and the economy at large. So you want to be sure that their decisions over time, their choices over time have actually pushed towards what? Profit and growth. That's the fourth. Now, finally, not the least, but the last for this session is the fifth reason I look out for. The fifth reason I look out for, which is market sentiment and news. Never assume that whatever news is going on about a company will not affect the company. Listen, make a research, watch the news, read the articles online, check out what is happening in this company, what is happening around this company, what is happening in the industry that concerns this company, the sector this company finds itself, what is currently happening, what is the rising and the falling factor that exists at the point in time that you're about to buy shares on a particular company. Pay attention. And remember that when you put these things together, you can confidently say, I made my research, done my confirmations, and I am sure this is the right decision. For that reason, I am buying 1 million shares of so stock. And I believe that this session has been very much informative. And like I said, I will always bring to you tip top conversations that will enrich your body, your mind, your soul, and your financial growth all year long. If it's not the good and luck, it is not good luck. See you guys on the next one.